Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you in a complete and full tutorial how to use the Fujifilm Instax Mini 11 instant camera. Once again, this will be a full tutorial for beginners, so let's get right into the video. So once again, how to use the Fujifilm Instax Mini 11, which is this right here, instant camera, a full tutorial for absolute beginners. Let's get into this video. So I'm going to go over the steps to use this camera. It's not hard to use, but there are some intricate features that you should sort of know about. But with regards to using it, like it's a point and shoot camera, it's an instant camera. You take the picture and it prints out. But I'm going to go into sort of setting it up and using it for the first time as well, loading in the film, taking out the film, and blah, blah, blah. And the film comes in a cassette just like this, just so you know. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is put the batteries in. There's a battery cover right here. You take off the battery cover and you put in the two AA batteries, and these ones were included with the actual camera. Okay, so put in your AA batteries, and it's great because you don't have to recharge it, and you just bring spare batteries and it's ready to use. And the batteries last a long time from my experience because it's a very low power unit. There's just a flash and a motor that prints the pictures, and that's basically for the most part what uses the battery power. So very low power unit. Okay, the second thing that you want to do is open up the rear door, which there's just a latch here. Open it up, and in the instructions says don't hold it like this because you don't want to put too much pressure on the hinges. So don't hold it like this. Hold it from the camera body, not from the door. Okay, and then you can put in your film cassette. Now, as you can see right here, it's very easy to do. There's a little yellow line right there, and there's a little there's a little yellow line. It doesn't make sense. I was messing up the letters. I'm lacking sleep. No, I'm kidding. I actually got a good night's sleep 2 nights ago and last night. I got extra sleep. I'm trying to go to bed earlier. I'm trying to accomplish more during the day and go to bed earlier so I can get the same number of things done throughout the day, but go to bed at an earlier time. I'm trying to just be more efficient. So let's make this video shorter in the sense of efficiency. A little yellow line right there and a little yellow line right over here. To put the film cassette in, I like to put it on a little bit of an angle at first, so like sort of like pivot it in, but you could just press it in place for the most part. But I like to pivot it in like this, okay? And then just like that. So the yellow lines are lined up, and then close the door, and it's ready to print some pictures. Now I'm gonna take this out because I don't want to use a picture as I demonstrate now. But basically, and once you've started taking pictures with the film cassette, don't open the door because you're gonna overexpose the film cassette and you're gonna ruin all the pictures in there that are remaining. So I'm only opening this because it's a brand new film cassette that hasn't been used, okay? So to take it out, you open the door and you can just drop it out of place like that, okay? So now there's no film cassette in here, remember that. So I'm not gonna be using any pictures. So that's how to sort of put the batteries in, put the film cassette in, take the film cassette out, okay? Those are the first 3 steps for using it, just so you know, okay? Now to turn it on, this button right here extends the lens and turns it on, just like this. So watch this light that's going to illuminate as I push this button right there. Now you know it's on. Very simple. If that light is blinking, it means that the flash is like charging up, and it also could indicate a low battery depending on how it's blinking, from what I understand. But I've never actually had a low battery indicator. I've just replaced the batteries early enough before they've been low, okay? Anyways, so that's how to turn it on, okay? And to turn it off, just so you know, you just have to press the lens back in place like that, okay? Very simple. So I'm going to turn it on like that. Okay, now when you're ready to take the picture and the camera is on, you look into the viewfinder over here, and it's going to show you the composure of the picture. Like I'm looking right at the camera right now, so it's going to show you the composure of the picture. Okay, so I'm looking at the view. Oh, look at this meta. I'm looking at this viewfinder and I'm looking at the viewfinder of my camera, which is crazy. The screen of my camera, like the digital viewfinder, that's crazy. Right? We're like in the zone of being in the zone. So anyways, efficiency, Mike. Let's keep the video rolling. I always blab on, but anyways, when you're about to take the picture, make sure your fingers are not covering these sensors over here, not covering the flash, not covering this viewfinder over here on this side, not covering the lens. Like make sure your fingers basically are holding it sort of like this. This is how I like to hold it, like this. Basically, make sure they're out of the way. You can aim even like this is fine, but make sure they're not in the way of anything. And then when you're ready to take the picture, I'm going to do it this way just because of the flash. You've composed your picture. It's good to go. You know, keep your eye in the viewfinder so you know that's good. Press and hold down this button to take the picture, and I'm going to point it this way because of the flash. And basically, it's going to take the picture, and it's going to print out from here, okay? So what you're going to do next, once the motor stops, don't pull it out. Once the motor stops, take the picture out, okay? Don't shake it. I know back in the day you used to shake the pictures when I was a kid. I don't know if I'm aging myself. I'm 35 years old, but when I was a kid, we had a Polaroid. We'd snap the picture. My parents would take the pictures. They wouldn't let me take it. I was a young kid, but you know, they would shake it. It was very common. Don't shake these pictures. You don't need to. Just take the picture out, place it on a table, place it on the floor, even just hold it in the air and just let it expose itself. I recommend placing it on a flat surface. I think you get better results, but I don't know if holding it in the air hinders it. I would place it on a table or a flat surface. Okay, so now we've gone over how to turn it on, so how to put the batteries in, how to load the film cassette, how to remove the film cassette, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to take the picture, how to print the picture, how to remove the printed picture, and the last thing I want to go over is selfie mode. Basically right here, you can see you can activate selfie mode. Take the lens, pull it out, just give it a good firm pull, and it says selfie on. It activates selfie mode, which essentially is going to allow it to focus better at a closer range. It allows you to take selfies with more clarity, basically. So that's basically it. When you're ready to go, when you're done with it, and sorry, there's a mirror right here that you can use for selfies. Just as you can see, that's what I'm looking at. You can look through the mirror and see what I'm looking at over there. Very simple film setup. I got a windshield mount that I mount on the side of my window here, and I have my camera. And I have this camera. I think the counter on the takes of this camera, like on the number of videos that I've taken, including mistakes and stuff like that, I'm at 6,500 now. So like I've probably filmed well over 4,000 to 5,000 videos with this camera. Obviously, you know, there were mistakes and stuff like that, but yeah, it's crazy. I know. So it's a simple film setup. I've done thousands of videos with it. And I had a previous camera that I did like another few thousand videos with, because I have other channels that I've done before this one that I don't really talk about, but I have actually probably close to 1,000 videos on other channels that I no longer post on, but they're still there. They're still out there. So you might recognize my face from other channels. You know, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you've ever played the drums, you probably recognize me from being in my parents' basement back in the day with my dad's drum set doing tutorials. Anyways, but that's a whole other thing. But I've shown you how to use this camera right here. It's really easy to use. Whenever you're done, you could just close this right here and it turns off. And that is essentially it. Very easy tutorial showing you how to use the Fujifilm Instax Mini 11 instant camera that you see right over here. It comes in different colors. This is the blue, but it comes in different colors as well. It's been a full tutorial for absolute beginners. So if you just got the camera, you want to learn how to use it, honestly, in about 7 minutes roughly, I've shown you every aspect of using it. It's really, there's nothing I left on the table. It's really easy to use, other than if there's like a problem and the light keeps blinking, for instance. That's a whole other video. But with regards to basic usage, I've shown you how to do it. And that is basically it. I know a lot of YouTubers will leave this video to get to 8 minutes because they're gonna want to get, like, you know, more like revenue from it and stuff. But I'm not going to do that. That's just the kind of stand-up guy that I am. That's what my father-in-law says. I'm just a stand-up guy. Anyways, I better finish this before 8 minutes now, so I'm going to stop talking. If you like this, I'm not, like I said. So anyways, we're going to finish this video right now. If you like this video, tutorial, demonstration, explanation / review, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.